Hey guys, welcome to the bunker again, here with another video. This one's a little bit different than a couple of last ones we've done. I've been focusing on gear a lot more. I'm going to get back into the radio stuff soon because I want to take folks through WinLink, JS8 call, some other FT8 digital stuff on HF, D-Star, and on a couple of my radios, as well as some stuff on for parks on the air. Even though it's getting into the winter, folks might be thinking about buying a radio over the winter time for the next year, and then also, you know, some cool base station stuff for over the winter time as well to keep people busy. I also eventually want to do a review of my Tough book that I use and some of the overview there. I got to figure out how to do some of it without my call sign getting out. So that's kind of the goal. I just got to figure that out for now, because as we're going through a lot of this stuff, you know, you look at someone's call sign, you can pretty much figure out a whole lot of information about them. So I've got to figure that out first. But since the end of the traditional camping season is ending, I wanted to do a quick video on what my fire kit is. This has changed and evolved over the years quite a bit. If I'm camping, I have a slightly different setup, but for here at home, around the fire, or if we are going camping, this is typically what I'll have near me. I might have something slightly different with fire steel, stuff like that, but I'll show you what I primarily have. So this is a Tough Possum Gear zipper pouch. I think this is like 8x10. It's got these rubber grommets here if you want to hang it. Super heavy duty, thick material, stitching, and a YKK zipper. Now, it's not waterproof, but the zipper material, as you can see, it kind of and again, it's not waterproof, but I don't think you'd have a really whole lot of water intrusion. Now, what I will say is it's not, for example, like the Magpul Doka pouch, where with this you can see that there's actually a way of eliminating water ingress. So it's not quite like this, where there's actually a bit of a cover over the top of the zipper, but it does have a little bit of an attribute where you can see that it's sealed really well around the edges here, so that it's going to at least wick away some water, but it's definitely not going to keep water out. I mean, even that Doka pouch isn't going to keep it out. So in the actual pouch, the first thing that stands out, and I actually just sharpened this tonight, is my Moore knife. This is the craft line version. So this is the carbon steel version. Just sharpened it again tonight because I've been using it a lot. This is a really new knife for me. I've had these in the past, but I haven't had a new one in a long time. I like the size of this. It's really perfect for just processing kindling, doing some whittling if need be, and just doing general stuff, or, you know, around camp, around the fire. The one that used to be in this kit is this one, which you've seen in another video. This is the companion, bigger blade, slightly bigger profile. This actually has rubber on the handle, and you can see I mean, this thing is getting old, but it's got tons of life in it. But I use it around the shop. This one doesn't have rubber on it. This is all plastic. Now, granted, it's plastic that's got some texture to it, which will help, but it's not you know, you don't get the type of grip that you get with the companion with this craft line. But I really like these. They're like 10 bucks still. They might even be cheaper. Next, I've got a Phoenix headlamp. This has, I think, a maximum of like 600 or 800 lumens. It's got a bunch of settings. Charges via USB. You can take the battery out and charge it, or you can charge it while the battery is actually in the unit. It's got an adjustable strap. It's really thick material. Whatever the case is made out of, I'm guessing it's like aircraft aluminum. It's light on your head. It also has a red light for really low light stuff at night. If you're like reading around the fire, this is kind of nice if you don't want like a super bright light. But really nice light. I forget how much these run for. It's got to be somewhere between, I think, 50 and 80 bucks now. But yeah, really super easy to use, charges quick. I think it takes an 18650 as the battery, And again, really like this. Been using it for a long time, and it's got all water, you know, kind of water intrusion. It's got a gasket, O-ring inside of where the battery goes, and I've used this in the wet too, so super nice. And I believe you can easily put this on a hard hat too if you're working outside and actually doing work. So next, this is a fairly new addition, and I know there's a couple companies that make these now, but it's a Tinder Wick. These are pretty neat. You can hit them with a fire steel and get a nice little flame going to set your fire. These things are a little tricky because the wax that's on these, and I think it's like paraffin wax, because you got to pull this out here, then you fan out the jute twine, and I think they soak it in paraffin wax and something else. But if you're, as I'm struggling now, if you're struggling to get it pulled back through, because to put this out, you pull it, and then it'll put the flame out at the end. That is one thing I've experienced, is this thing's kind of finicky to get back out of the, and then it's falling apart. It's a little finicky to pull back out, and this actually acts as a, oh, the words are escaping me now, but there we go, finally getting it out of there. So you can see as I'm pulling this out, you'll fan it out. This is the burnt end, but you can actually use this for feeding oxygen into the fire, so you'll blow through this. But yeah, it is a little bit of a hassle. I don't want to get all that stuff all over my electronics desk, but it is a little bit of a hassle to get this out. But this stuff burns for a really long time, so it's pretty cool. And this is compact too. I like it. Just another thing to use. Next thing, I keep an Altoids tin with some fire starters, some matches in here, really old matches that I think I pulled out of an old house. And then we've got these, I believe these are Codlins fire starters. You basically break these up, fan them out, hit them with a match or with a fire steel. They light right up. And then the fire steel that I've been using lately, typically I use a Light My Fire steel, but I really like this one because it won't break. I've had fire steels snap in my bag before. And in knife sheaths, sometimes I'll put, like I have a Light My Fire one with my Essie knife. But this one's nice because it just goes into this rectangular housing. And you've got your striker here and your steel here. So you can just hit that. Then when you're all done, boom, keeps the water out of it. It's all good, super simple. And I like simple. So no matter what, I'm going to be able to make a fire with you know, just what's in this tin. And then lastly, an alternate way of making fire. I've got this. So this is from Countycom. I love my Countycom products. This is their new fire steel. This came out not too long ago. It's contained in this nice plastic container. It is a beefy fire steel, and I've only used this a handful of times because you can see just a couple strikes there. You'll find stuff like this on Amazon super cheap, but Countycom's got really good quality stuff. This striker isn't flimsy by any means. It's steel. They've got some paracord on here. This is probably like, I don't know, 300-pound test instead of like 550, but it's really nice, heavy duty, tons of strikes on this thing, and it fits, like I said, into one of the ubiquitous Countycom cases, and it's not that big. So that pretty much rounds out what I use. A lot of this stuff, again, I've been using for a while, for the most part. It's well tested. Making fire is not an art or a science, in my opinion. It's just super simple, and it's something everyone should be able to do, either with simple tools or, you know, more primitive tools. So for the most part, this is what I use. It's good stuff. It's good gear. It's not expensive. It's I think the most expensive thing here is the Phoenix light, and you know, if you don't want a Phoenix light, you can always get, you know, a $10 lumen top that'll go on your hat easily. So you know, you could make this kit for 20 bucks if you really wanted to. A good fire kit does not cost a lot of money, and you know, you don't need a Tough Possum Gear pouch. You can always get a cheaper pouch. There's a lot of good pouches out there that are perfect for fire, that are even waterproof. Countycom's got some. There's other companies that make them. Heck, you could even get one of those waterproof you know, bait and tackle boxes that are at Walmart for, you know, $5 that people put their SD cards and stuff in when they go boating. So lots of options out there. There's better ways to do it. This is just my way, and I figured I'd show you all. Hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment if you have any questions.